What is up, guys? Welcome to a Saturday stream. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Crypto FUD, and let's jump right into this. Sorry about that. Fix my chair. What is going on, TJ, Jay, Rodney, Gina, Bullish? Got the whole squad in the house. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Happy Labor Day weekend. So with that being said, I know a lot of people are going to be off on Monday, so we will be having an early Monday stream as well, kind of like using it like a weekend stream. So we will be having a fun weekend ahead of us. Hopefully we got some interesting things going on with the charts. What is going on, Azuma? So let's just jump right into this, guys. Again, I hope you guys are having a great day. Bitcoin right now sitting at around $59,000. 59,000 right now. Not looking, terrible, I guess, compared to what we've been down to. Definitely a couple things that we've been pointing out for the stream for the last week, right? We've been sitting kind of in this channel for like the last week. To be exact, this has been pretty much since the 27th. So it's been about 4 or 5 days, right? We've been kind of chopping around in this channel. And a couple things that I've been saying, guys, is, and I said this in the Discord as well, is that we do not want to keep retesting this 57.9 area. We keep retesting this area where we're going to break, right, towards the downside. So it's at least reassuring to see that Bitcoin at least is chopping around at higher levels at around 59,000 for right now, right? It is the weekend. We have a holiday weekend here in the States. Monday, the stock market will be shut down, right? It will be closed. So, in regards to high volume days, I'm not really anticipating us seeing any really high volume days as of now for the next 2 days probably, right? Because we have today, pretty much tomorrow, and Monday as well, where the markets are going to be closed. So it's going to be strictly just majority retail buyers. And that right now a lot of people are sitting on the sidelines in regards to just not buying in vast amounts, right? That's pretty much how the market is right now. I think the market has accumulated a lot, and I'm talking about retail investors, has accumulated a lot, and a lot of us are just kind of sitting, waiting to see if we're going to see more of a drop or if we're going to start seeing an upward move, right? A couple things that we're going to cover as far as what we've already kind of covered for the month of September, what we can expect looking at, historical September months. But as far as Bitcoin right now, 59,000, obviously we're below 60, but we'll take 59 right now because, like I said, better than us being anywhere around this 57.9 area, because if we continue, mark my words, it could take just one more time where we come back down and retest this level and it breaks, and then we start chopping at another channel, which could be below the 57.9. We could be easily coming back down towards this 56.7, or we start talking about lower levels as we continue to move down. So for right now, we'll take where we're at, right? Weekend, probably going to be a bore weekend. We do have some things going on for this week. Let's see here. Manufacturing. We have the JOLTS job openings, PMI, and unemployment is going to be coming out. So this is going to be probably the biggest thing right here is unemployment. This is going to be coming out on September the 6th, which is coming out this week. I believe that's Thursday or Friday of this week. So we'll see how this goes. I don't really see much turbulence coming for this week. Hopefully we're going into September with some smooth sailings. Hey, you never know. September could be our month, guys. It could be our month. Still expecting the end of this year around elections and post-elections that we're probably going to start seeing some good movement towards the upside. If we're going to see it, it's going to happen during, Pumptober, November, December, those months right there. So we'll see. We'll be here every day, right, guys? We're here, rain or shine. Troy's in the house. What's going on? Larry said NFK supported by RFK to the moon and beyond. I like that. NFK supported by RFK. That's funny. You guys just keep coming up. Hey, you know what we need to do? Everybody that's in the Discord, we need to do some kind of a meme with RFK and NFK. If someone can do that, we need to do a meme with RFK and NFK. Some kind of meme. And then let's post it. We'll do like a Twitter raid or something like that and just start shooting it off everywhere. Let's see here. Let's look at the crypto bubbles for today. You can see that today not looking terrible for the alts, right? You can see pretty much green across the board for the majority. Fetch is up 11%, Arweave almost 9%, Doge is up 3.5%, Jasmy 4%, Notcoin up. Everything's pretty much up today, right? There's a few little outliners that are in the red, but for majority of the market today, we are in the green, so it looks good. You can see the fear and greed index pretty much the same as what we've seen the last 2 days at around 46, kind of around that mid neutral zone. Like I said, pretty much sums up the market for right now. A lot of people are kind of just sitting here. We've already accumulated a lot. Are we gonna see a drop, or are we gonna start shooting up this month? That's what I think a lot of people are kind of waiting, right? But don't be surprised if we kind of sit around in this channel that we've been in for maybe the next few weeks. And I'm going to explain why here in a second as we go through our Twitter spaces. Let's see here. But yeah, so like I said, the markets don't look terrible. It could be far worse, guys. It could be very, very worse than what we're at right now. So not bad at all. Let's jump into some news headlines, and then we'll jump into the charts and our Twitter spaces. So court dismisses Dogecoin's manipulation claim against Elon Musk and Tesla. Did you guys see this? If you guys were around in like 2021, I think it was mostly when it was happening. This is when I was still had Doge, right? I remember I told you guys all know my story if you've been around. I started buying Doge when it was like 2020 at like 2 cents, right? 2-3 cents. 2021 rolled around, I was still buying it, around 2 I think at that time it was around like 4 or 5 cents. Still just picking up Doge here and there, just accumulating. And Elon Musk started supporting Doge, which was a real big thing at the time, right? And Doge would go dormant, where not much would be going on. Sorry, my chair's messed up. It keeps like freaking like deflating on me. New thing too. Whenever I'm gonna be in the process of moving into a new home, and I'm setting up my studio, and I'm gonna have a stand-up desk because I hate sitting down. I really do hate sitting down. I didn't feel like setting it up here, so when I'm gonna be moving, so definitely gonna be doing that. I don't. How are you guys like that? I hate sitting down, bro. Like I don't mind sitting down, after a long day, but like streaming, I actually would be more energetic and more like spunkier standing up, believe it or not. Like I like standing especially like when I'm streaming and stuff. So gonna be setting that up. But let's see here. So court dismisses Dogecoin manipulation claims against Elon Musk and Tesla. And what I was saying is, back in 2021 when I was in Doge, the Doge community was going crazy. Elon Musk started backing it, and every time like we would be going through like a period of like a few weeks, Doge would just be sitting in the same kind of channel, like 4.5 cents, like just not moving, nothing's going on, right? This is right before we really went into a bull, like exploded into the bull market, right? And here comes Elon Musk with a tweet or a picture of Doge, right? And every time Doge would go from like 4 cents to like 10 cents, right? It would spike, and then it would run up. And then like an hour later, it would be right back down to like 5 cents, and I don't think he was doing it. I don't think he particularly was doing it purposely to manipulate the markets, but it was just so funny to see every time he tweeted, Dogecoin shot up, right? Shot up. So Elon Musk, along with Tesla, his EV company, successfully dismissed a federal lawsuit that accused them of manipulating Dogecoin, resulting in a considerable financial loss for investors. U.S. District Judge Alvin, Hellerstein and Manhattan made the ruling on August the 29th. A court filing shows the investors sued Musk and Tesla in June 2022. At the time, Musk faced accusations of manipulating Dogecoin's price by using his influence through Twitter posts and appearances on Saturday Night Live. What a bunch of big babies, bro. Allegedly sold Dogecoin during times when his actions, such as changing Twitter logos to the Dogecoin Shiba Inu, were expected to increase its value. This strategy allegedly allowed him to profit from insider trading. Further, the lawsuit claimed that Elon Musk deliberately manipulated the market through public endorsements and statements about Dogecoin, which misled investors. Also, the suit labeled these actions as puffery rather than based on facts. This is just a bunch of crybabies that didn't make as much money as they wanted to, because most people that bought in on Doge before the market pumped made a massive amount of money, right? We all know the story on Doge. It went from freaking under a penny, right, in 2020 all the way up to almost $1, went up to 75 cents. So I mean, this thing shot up to the moon, right? You have these big babies that probably came in late, right, and probably bought in at high times, and then the Dogecoin didn't do what they wanted to do, or they didn't make as much money as they wanted to, and they try to come after this guy for freaking making posts and actually supporting the freaking meme coin. I'm sorry, but Dogecoin wouldn't still be on the map like it is right now, even though it's really not relevant. It wouldn't even be on the map if it wasn't for Elon Musk. So these people can go kick rocks. I hope they all lost money. I honestly hope they all lost money. Overcome, what's going on? Rodney said, Crip, what's going on with Matic? Let's pull up Matic. Matic's been, I'm going to tell you right now, Matic was like a big thing in 2021. Even coming into this bull market, it was running, and a lot of people were behind it, but I don't really hear anybody screaming Matic anymore, dude. So we'll cover the charts, but I'm telling you, I think people lost interest on Matic, particularly for now. Overcome, what's going on? Gina said, did you get back into Milady? I did not get back into Milady, Gina, but we'll cover that out here in a second. So the judge rules Musk's Dogecoin tweets were puffery, dismisses the fraud allegations. The judge pointed out that the defendants misinterpreted several of Musk's tweets about Dogecoin. For example, they misrepresented his claim of becoming Dogecoin's official CEO and his plan to send a physical Dogecoin to the moon on SpaceX vehicle. Hellerstein asked that Musk's tweets are aspirational and puffery, not factional and subsequential to being falsified. Further, the judge ruled that no responsible investor could base a securities fraud claim on Musk's tweets. In this view, it was not possible to understand how these tweets supported the investors' market manipulation and insider trading claims. Therefore, the court dismissed the allegations. Dogecoin was last down 0.3% on the day, trading around 10 cents. These people are freaking ridiculous. And like I said, I hope these people kick rocks, and I really do hope they spent a lot of money on the legal stuff just for them to lose even more, because these people are idiots, 100%. And I hope they get out of crypto. IJ said, bro, say something about VeChain. VeChain. It's a good agent project, right? VeChain. Now, we'll pull the charts up. You guys want to pull charts up? All right, fine. We'll get back into the news in a minute. All right, guys? Sheesh. You guys come onto a crypto stream and all you want to do is look at freaking charts. It's ridiculous. I'm just kidding. All right, let's see here. So let's go down first. So let's see here. Rodney asks, what is going on with Matic? What the hell is going on with Matic? Let's pull up Matic's chart. Let's see what's going on with Matic. Matic's at 42 cents. Look at that. I knew I was like, I'm pretty sure I have like a fib retracement somewhere. It's been so long since I've looked at Matic, dude. Holy crap. I'm going to move this fib retracement over here. Span this out. See if we can even use this fib retracement. Where's the bottom? Let's see if we can use this fib. So one thing I will say before we even jump into the charts on Matic particularly is, like I said before, unfortunately, bro and broettes, Matic hasn't been on the forefront of hype. I still do think that there's a lot going on with Matic. I mean, they teamed up and partnered with a lot of big companies, corporations, and stuff like that. All this was rolling out like 2 years ago, right? But as of late, there really hasn't been much talked about with Matic in the crypto world, right? Or at least I don't see it, I think a lot of people, there's just so much competition out there, nowadays, that it's like a project like Matic that's a good project is really not in the forefront right now. I want to see what the market cap is. 4 billion. So I mean, this still is a very big project, right? Very big project in regards to market cap, stuff like that. I personally think that in the bull run, Matic is going to do really well. how well is it going to do? Well, if we look back in the last bull run, I think Matic got up to like $3 if I'm not mistaken. Yep, look at that. $3. It got up to $2.91. So I mean, I think the fundamentals are still there. I think that this project easily can get back up to that price range, that price, amount, somewhere around there. Will it break all-time highs? Maybe. I will tell you, when it was breaking all-time highs around this $3 mark, bro, I'm gonna throw this chair out the window. Probably gonna do that. So I will say that this at these times when we were at around $3 for Matic, everybody was talking about Matic, right? Everybody was talking about Matic. Matic was very relevant in the crypto space. Right now, you don't really hear anybody talking about Matic. I saw the other day, the last time I saw something on Matic was a couple bigger YouTubers were actually putting out videos on Matic, putting RIP, and I think that's what it is that a lot of people just aren't really talking about Matic anymore. There's really not much going on that's like in the forefront of Matic. And with that being said, you could even use this same logic as like with like Milady right now. There's not a lot of people talking about Milady. Do I think Milady is going to do really well during the bull run? I do. I really do. So, I mean, I think you need to, if this is a project that you're long-term on and you're already invested in, I think holding off, obviously not financial advice, but, having patience, I think that this project can easily do really well and probably break that dollar mark. Is it going to get to $3 again? I say yes, but who knows? Who knows? I think that they need to, get back being up to being more relevant, dropping news, maybe trying to get, more deals, whatever the hell they were doing back in 2021 that really had them on the forefront. When people talked about crypto, they talked about, certain projects, and always Matic was brought up, right? Polygon was always brought up. Now I just don't, even myself, I used to be very interested in Polygon. And now it's like, I can't even tell you the last time I pulled the chart up. So that pretty much sums it up how it is right now. Unfortunately with crypto, it's all about hype. It's all about people, what are people looking at? What's the new, shiny object in the space, but there's always that thing where I always tell you, a lot of these projects like Cardano, maybe this project as well, people aren't talking about it, but watch, they end up coming out of nowhere and getting right back into the forefront, and no one's talking about it now. 6 months down the road, something enormous happens for the project and everybody's talking about it, right? So would you want to accumulate now before something like that would happen? That's your choice, right? But as far as price action, 41, about 42 cents, you can see, as the whole market has been coming down, it has a downward trend. Obviously, this isn't just because of Polygon. This is the whole market right now. So you can see back in March when the whole market was rallying, Polygon got up to about $1.30. So this right there proves my point that when we get into a bull run, Polygon is going to come right back up and do really well. This thing would probably break this local high right here, and you're probably looking at, in the thick of this bull run, $2 to $3 Polygon, if not maybe a little bit more. Like I said, I think with breaking all-time highs would be more of, if they're relevant, and they're bringing in a lot more investors coming back into the space. So, all right, and let's see here. IJ asks again, what about VeChain? Let's pull VeChain out, bro. So you can see we've recently looked at VeChain. I think, first of all, I think Polygon's a great project as well, but I think VeChain is a dope project. It's obviously an Asian project, right? So it has that Asian support. The Asian marketplace, loves VeChain. They have a nice little ecosystem. As far as price range, you can see same thing with like Polygon. Look when this project made these local highs at the end of February around March. Polygon did the same exact thing, and I'm sure if we look at pretty much every chart, it's all the same thing, right? Where they've all made local highs, and we've come down since then, right? Bitcoin looks the exact same way as well, right? Made all-time, or maybe not, this didn't make all-time highs, local highs, but Bitcoin made all-time highs, right? And some projects made all-time highs, but most of them did not. But they made local highs, and since March have been trending down, right? So a project like this, we have support level at around the 2 cent mark for VeChain. If I was interested in buying VeChain or accumulating dollar cost averaging in, the 2 cent mark, which you're pretty much close to. You're at the 21. I have it marked at around that 20 mark right there. That would be a good spot or below, not financial advice, to be just adding to my bag and just accumulating. But even where you're at right now, you're hovering around the 786. Not a bad time to just be accumulating for this project. This project, just like the rest of the market, right, rallied when the whole market was up. It's down while the whole market's down, right? So what do you think is going to happen when Bitcoin starts running back up? This project's going to do the same thing. It's going to start running right back up. So same thing with Polygon, same thing with VeChain, you know, and probably a bunch of projects that we pull up. I think they all are going to do really well as soon as the market allows it, right? So right now, it's a rough time, but you're getting this beautiful opportunity to slowly dollar cost average in and just accumulate as we continue into these price ranges, because you know eventually out of nowhere the markets are going to pick right back up. Is it going to be tomorrow? Is it going to be next month? We don't know yet, right? We don't know yet, but it just happens like that, where out of nowhere, boom, Bitcoin's just running and the markets is literally chasing Bitcoin. So, but VeChain is definitely a good project, and it's going to do really well. It's going to do really well, bro. Troy said, I got into Doge at 3 zeros and a 3. Nice. Did you sell though? That's the question. Did you sell at like when it pumped? That's the real question. I did. I didn't sell at like 70 cents, but I definitely sold when that bad boy started running like crazy. You guys can see I have my hoodie on again. I've been wearing my hoodie, even though I am sweating my ass off right now. I am pretty high. It's 90 degrees outside. Troy said he wrote it up all the way to 73 or 74 cents, whatever it was, and then sold at 45 cents because it wouldn't let me sell before that. Damn. Well, I mean, 45 cents though, if you bought in under a freaking penny and you sold at 45 cents, that's a 45x, right? That's a 45 freaking X right there. I mean, that's a freaking power move right there. I know I had been picking up Doge. Doge was like my first project that I ever picked up, you know, back in 2020. And like I said, I started buying in at like around 2 to 3 cents, and I accumulated. I've never really told anybody how much I accumulated of Doge, but I accumulated about 100,000 Doge, right? And think about it, it ran up to 75 cents. Think about that. Now I didn't sell at 75 cents. Unfortunately, I didn't sell up there. I got the beginner sell-off vibes where I was up so much. My portfolio went from like $3,000 to like 50K like so fast, and I was like, in like a day, I was like, holy beep, and I was like, oh my god, you know, and I just was like, what do you know, what happened was that I tell you guys this story all the time, and this is why I always tell you patience, guys, right? I had been buying in massive amounts, right? You know, when we were down, it was boring. We kept going down, or we would pump a little bit and then come back down. And I was just like, I'm going to keep accumulating, right? I'm going to keep accumulating. And I just bought slowly and steady, like every day, every other day, you know, just buying small increments. And I ended up accumulating a lot at the time, right? You know, at the time it wasn't much. 100,000 wasn't like nothing crazy. You know, I had people that had 1 million, right? That had literally 1 million Doge. And, you know, I'm sitting here with my bag of 100,000, but, you know, after months of just like downward move and going sideways, it finally, like, everything happened the way it was supposed to happen, right? And it was just like, but it happened so fast. And I was so used to Doge pumping up to like 10 cents, because it did that a couple of times where it would go up to like 10 cents and then like within an hour it'd be right back down, right? So when Doge started pumping like crazy, I thought it was one of those times. So I ended up selling early, right? I secured a solid bag, but I ended up selling early because I was thinking this was it. Like this is, and then it kept going and going and going and going. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, but I look back and I wasn't, you know, like so mad at myself, because I had, like I said, I did really well. My first project that I bought in on, you know, I made some solid gains, and I literally didn't cry about it. I immediately moved all those funds and started buying Ethereum at around like $900, right? So I started buying Ethereum at 900 and doing the whole thing all over again, you know, and then running Ethereum up to, when I finally sold Ethereum, it was at like 40. When I sold, it was at like 4,200. It had eventually, it went from when I sold at 42, it hit a high. This is when it went to its high, up to about 4,800. So again, didn't catch the top, and it's hard, you know, for you to catch those tops. But do you understand that I every play I secured the bag, right? For me to just do it all over again. And this is what I always tell you guys, is that don't let the greed take over, right? Don't kick yourself if you didn't catch the top. It's all right. It's all right. But if you made some solid gains, now you have liquidity for you to go out and do it all over again, right? And you know, and do the whole thing all over again, and you know, just keep making plays like that. You know, so that's how it was for myself. This was all the first like 6 months of me being in crypto, but once that happened, especially after Ethereum, I was hooked. I was friggin' hooked, you know, and then crypto became life, you know, like everything else was just like, crypto was life, you know, after that. So, and I mean, obviously there's been times where I've made plays where I'm like, you know, it didn't work out as well as all that, you know, and that's going to happen. But I always tell you guys, make sure that your wins outweigh your losses, right? So, you know, you make 10 plays, maybe 6 of them don't work out, right? And you lose some money. But if those 4 other plays do really well, they're going to outperform those losses, and you're going to be sitting pretty, right? All you really need is 1 or 2 like really big moves, and you're freaking good as far as that solid foundation for liquidity. And then once you have money, right? And I'm talking about once you have some money stacked up, 20, 50K, 100K, whatever the case is, now you can make some plays, right? You can make some plays where you're throwing 5, 10 grand at something, you know what I'm saying? And you know, like little plays like that. But we all started off at what? A few $100, maybe $1,000, $2,000. So that's why I always tell you guys, don't let the greed take over. You know, when you're up this next time, when we're running up, don't let it take over. I'm not telling you to sell early or anything like that, right? I'm not telling you to do anything. This is not financial advice, right? But when we're running and you're telling me in the chat that you're up 70K because this is what was going on with Milady just 4 or 5 months ago. We had people in the chat, Crip, I'm up. I started watching your videos. I started accumulating Milady. This was during the bear run. I'm up 70K, right? I hope that they took profits. You know what I'm saying? Because $70,000, I don't care who you are. $70,000 is some solid money, right? And now you can use that 70K to make some solid plays and, you know, double that, triple that, you know, and whatever the case is. That's how a lot of these people, you look at these crypto millionaires, some of them just started off with just buying, obviously perfect timing, buying in at Bitcoin at, you know, $1. But a lot of these people started off with not a lot of money, but getting in on a certain project at the perfect time and making that one move that they made, they just were able to accumulate $100,000, $200,000, and now they have a lot more money to play with, right? So now if they even just do a 2x, you know, on 30 grand, now they're just 30 grand, they just turned it into 60K. You know, you can do that a few times a year and you're making more than a normal person's doing with their salary. You know, so that's why I always tell you guys, don't let the greed take over. When you're up like crazy, I want to hear these success stories of you guys, you know, Crip, you know, I just freaking made 50K. You don't have to necessarily tell me that, right? Because I understand everybody's a little bit, you know, and you want to be reserved, right? You don't know who's watching or listening. IRS is out there, right? No, I'm just kidding. We all pay our taxes around here, right? You guys pay your taxes, right? Ricky's in the house. What's going on? Manny's in the house. What's going on, bro? Troy said I was at 74,000 and it wouldn't let me sell. Troy, I've been there and done that, bro. I don't know about 74, but I've been there in big moves and I'm like, freaking sell. And it's like by the time it sells, you're like it's down 20%. I'm like, bro. Ricky said I had 100K Doge and I didn't sell. Ricky, get the hell out of here right now. You're in timeout. I'm just kidding. It happens, bro. It happens. I did. Now, I'm not telling you guys. You guys know the story about what I did with Shiba, right? I've said this story plenty of times. We're going to get into the charts again, but I like story time, right? We all have these similar stories. Same thing with Shiba. You know, I just had a win where I was like, I'm going to buy some Shiba. I just kept, slightly hearing about it in the airwaves. This is before it blew up. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to throw a little bit of money at Shiba. And I ended up, it just dropped on crypto.com, right? And this is before it blew up, but I'm talking about maybe a month before it like went crazy. I bought in, I put only a few $100s into Shiba, right? And a month later, Shiba just freaking goes insane. I'm talking about absolutely insane. Every day I'm looking at my portfolio. Remember, I put a few $100s in. Every day I'm looking at my portfolio. It's up thousands and thousands of dollars. I ended up picking up of Shiba. I don't remember the number. I was like hundreds of millions of Shiba just for a few $100. And at the time when it was up, there was a time it was up 30x from where I was at. I was at like 15K from just a few $100, right? And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm at the top of the world, right? I'm like, hell yeah, I made another big move. Wrote it down, bro. I wrote it down, freaking didn't sell. And by the time I did sell, I sold for a few X's, right? And I was just like, damn, I hated that feeling, right? It was all myself, it was all my fault. And I just hated that feeling. I was like, bro, next time, I was like, because there will be next times, right? I was like, I'm going to secure the bag, dude. I'm not going to sit here and do this crap again where I'm just running up and running right back down. And what happened is I let the greed take over, right? You're listening to a bunch of these people. Oh, Shiba's going to ascent, even though I knew that was never going to happen. But I'm just like, man, what if this gets to $1 million? Come on, bro. A few $100s to $1 million, it can happen, but it's very, 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 very rare, right? But a few $100s up to 15K, tell me where else can you do that, right? And now I look back and I'm like, just wanting to slap myself because I'm like, dude, why would you even give up that? You made those solid gains and you freaking just basically watch it go right between your fingertips. So that's why I'm always telling you guys, just from previous times that I've, made my mistakes myself. And I know we all have done that, right? Yeah, Ricky said, I was listening to all the YouTuber idiots. They said it was going to $1. I know, bro. I know. See, you know what, Ricky? Right when we started running, I didn't listen to anybody because, especially with Doge, when I saw my portfolio, I was like, I don't give a shit. I was like, if it goes to $1, I'm happy for them. I'm secure in my bag. So Troy said Doge is what got me hooked. Now it's all about NFK to the moon. Hell yeah, we need to do that same effect on NFK. No FUD koala. Gina said, what do you think of Tectonic? Will you please check Tectonic? Yeah, I'll pull it up. Bullish said, make sure you guys hit that like. Bullish said, this is my first bull run. Hopefully I can become not homeless. Bullish, man, don't do this to us, bro. We're about to have to start a GoFund for Bullish. So he can start paying for his housing until this guy makes it. Sheesh. Talk about a buzzkill there, Bullish. Nah, we got you, bro. We're going to have to start a GoFundMe for Bullish. Bullish, without telling us where exactly you live, what state do you live in? Just curious, what state do you live in, bro? Talk to me. And while you say that, Gina wants to pull up Tectonic. You live in Maryland? Whew. Gina. Tonic. This project, remember in 2021, I made some good money on Tonic. I bought in and I kept accumulating and this thing shot up at like crazy, but I sold off. By that time I already gone through the whole Shiba thing. And I was like, nope, I'm up. Let's go. I'm going to keep it moving. So, but this project, I mean, it's hard to talk about this project because I'm on Facebook, right? I'm like we all are. We have like these groups that you're in on Facebook. I can't tell you. I'm on like 5 groups that are on Tonic because I used to be like a go crazy Cronos back in 2021. Like Cronos was my stuff right here, right? Like, so everything on Cronos we went crazy on. And Tonic obviously came out during that time. So I'm in like 5 Tonic Facebooks, right? I can't even tell you the last time I've seen, and these are thousands of people that are in these groups. I can't even tell you the last time I've seen somebody post about Tonic, right? I'm not going to say this is like a project that's like done for, like, you know, but I mean, I can't tell you the last time I've heard anything about this project whatsoever. So, I mean, it's hard to sit here and spread hopium other than hoping that maybe during the bull run, this project could possibly do something. But for right now, I mean, you have 2 different options, right? Right now, it's down and out. It's pretty much bottomed from where it's at, you know. Market cap has dropped like crazy. It's only at 18 million. I would say if this is something that you actually believe long term, this could be, you know, get back up and running. Right now, it wouldn't be a bad time to just be accumulating, right? Me personally, and I'm sure it'll come back and bite me, right? Gina's going to come back in like 6 months and be like, Crip, can you pull up Tonic? Tonic's going to be like 7,000% up, right? Me personally, I won't touch this project for now. I won't touch it just because it's a project that just, to me, doesn't have any relevancy whatsoever. Particularly for the project, but also Cronos right now. Remember, we looked at we were looking at Twitter Spaces, which we're going to cover Twitter Spaces right now. We were looking at Twitter Spaces, and it had, you know, a grave site, and it said, rest in peace, Cronos, the Cronos ecosystem, right? And it had like 2020 to 2024, right? Because nothing is going on right now on Cronos. Look at the volume, $1.3 million for today. And majority of the volume is wrapped crow. Majority of the volume is wrapped crow. You know, so it's just basically people just trading crow for USDC. Nothing crazy, right? Nothing's going on Cronos right now. So it will pick back up. I told you guys this the other day on the stream. It does this. Cronos will go into like this like ghost mode where it's just literally dies out. There's nothing going on Cronos, and then out of nowhere it picks right back up. But in order for that to happen, it's not going to happen until this market picks back up. So let's jump into Twitter Spaces real quick. Look at this right here. I want to let me restart this. Stop that, because they're going to hit me with copyright. Look at this. Bitcoin's gone. Oh man, that's hilarious. That's funny. This is a chart that we looked up yesterday or the day before. I don't remember. Shout out to Crypto Rover. So we looked at this, I think it was yesterday, the day before, and we looked at basically, you know, historically how these months are doing, right? And normally, you guys can look down and you can see September is usually a rough month for crypto. August, they've already kind of they already put in the numbers. I'm sure they'll have to retweak this a little bit, but for now, there's pretty much August is going to end in the red, but not fairly too bad, right? We're, as of now, by tonight, you know, we'll see how it goes, but I mean, we're pretty much down maybe 0.5% for the month, right? So this month has been one of those months where it's just, you can literally say we chopped to the side. Yeah, we had some times where we spiked up to 70K for a split second, and we had times where we dropped down to 49K, right? So, I mean, the fluctuations for August has been insane. It's been insane. It's been one of those months. September usually plays into where it's a red month. Now, one thing I want to look at is usually if August is red, let's see, last year we had started into the bull run, so it's kind of hard for us, you know, to compare, but a couple things. Look at the end of last year. We're solid in the green. If we go back to 2020, same thing. Look at these gains at the end of the year. 2017, look at these gains. 2017, 16, 2015, look at these gains. This is why a lot of us are anticipating that if we are going to see another continuous run, it's most likely going to happen towards the end of this year, historically speaking, right? If it plays out, September will probably be another not a bad month, but maybe in the red, maybe chopping sideways. This is what I've been telling you guys. Fair warning you that we might chop to the side. Maybe here and there we'll see some little spurts towards the up, towards the down. But when you look back at the month, just like we're looking back at August, it's going to be a sideways action kind of a month, right? With some volatility in between. But if you can stick it through and you don't freaking sell off because you're bored, we have a big chance that October, November, and December, October, Pumptober, could end up being a solid rest of the year. Now, this isn't guaranteed because we do have times, you look back 2018, this was also during a bear market. There was nothing but red. But you can look at this year. This was a bear market. This was kind of like what we went through in 2022. You can see a lot of it, majority was in the red, right? So with that being said, we obviously got to see how this plays out. But if you look historically speaking, October is a good month. November is a better, not a better than October, but a good month as well. And then December is iffy. December's iffy just because people usually are taking their gains, selling off, and usually they do that tax harvesting where they sell off, and then they go and usually buy back in November, trying to evade taxes or whatever the hell these tricksters do. I'm not part of that crew though whatsoever. IRS, if you're watching, I pay my taxes. So we'll see, but like I said, I think the biggest thing for us to I want to get through to you guys is that we could see a boring September. Now, obviously, we're all hoping that September picks up and we have a month or a year like we had last year, where you see last year 2023 was when we picked up, but August was a bad month. Look, August was down 11%, but boom, September hit, we're up 4%. October hit, we're up almost 30%. November, 9%. December, ending the year up 12%. That would be a good year, right? Look at 2020. October, September, we're down 7.5%. October, 27, almost 28%. November hits 42 freaking percent. And then you think November is crazy. You go over to December and it's up 46 freaking percent in 2020. Right? Isn't that insane? Hopefully we're going to see those numbers, but obviously we don't know how this is going to play out yet. So Gina said, "Okay, thanks. I'm not in, just looking. I seen it was some old projects research." Yeah, for Tonic, like I said, if you right now, if you were like interested right now, wouldn't be a bad time to buy in. No financial advice, but me personally, I'm staying away from the project. I feel like, especially on Cronos right now, like there's going to be a lot of competition with newer projects that are out. Ricky said, we need to close around 62K, or October may not be a great either. Bro, 62K, you're talking about by today? By today. Because today's the 31st. 62K, bro. We can't even freaking stay above 59.6 right now. So we're definitely not getting to 62K. Think about that. 62K is all the way up here. Bitcoin is 100% not closing above or around 62K. We're closing in the red this month. That is 100%, bro. We're close. That's why this has been like this for 2 days. They already wrote off August. It's already pretty much wrote off. It's going to be in the red for sure. So let's focus on September and going into October. But, I know you're saying we need to be at 62K, but putting away the numbers, looking at, the red or green, you can see like we've had months where August and September were bad, and then we went in, or look at July, August was bad, and then with September, like I pointed out last year, we closed the year off in green. We've had, times where I'm trying to see, well, if you look historically speaking, August being a bad month, last year ended up being good. But if you look at some of these other years, like 2022, we were in a bear market. August was terrible, and then we really had a bad rest of the year. Let's see here. August was terrible, We had a bad rest of the year. August was terrible. We had a bad rest of the year. But we had August was terrible, great end of the year. August was terrible, great end of the year. So that's why it's like it's like a 50-50 chance right now that depending on how we're going to close. That's why I keep saying if we're going to see, even the beginning of our last leg up, it's going to happen probably during this time right here, right? And I still am anticipating that maybe September might not be a good month, but as we get into October, November, December, these are going to be probably green months, in my opinion, going into 2025 as we start making our last leg up in this bull run. So we'll see how it plays out with that. So Ash Crypto says altcoin 2.0 is coming. All season. Let's see here. So this is basically alt's dominance except top 10 high caps. So these are basically all the altcoins exempting the top 10 even alts. So like Ethereum's not on this, Cardano, XRP. So any of the alts that are top 10, they weren't factored in on this chart, but you can see everything else that's alts right now, right? You can see. Remember I told you guys altcoin season, right? This was altcoin season right here. 2020, right? Remember I told you was buying in, look at alts. 2021 freaking was epic. The gains were absolutely insane, right? Go into our bear market. That's what we just got out of 2023. Look where we're at right now. 2024, they're anticipating that altcoin season is going to be probably around 2025. And that's kind of like what I was just saying, right? Last leg up, we start seeing some green months going into the end of this year, going into 2025. Our last leg up, Bitcoin's already making all-time highs, and then it passes the torch over. You start seeing a lot of those profits from Bitcoin. Bitcoin's dominance starts dropping, going into the alts, and you see alts going absolutely crazy, right? Now, I will tell you, this chart, it looks like it was a long time, right, where we were just pumping like crazy. It didn't feel like that. The alts, they did fairly well for a solid 6 months, but it really was this last stretch right here, which was probably about 3 months, maybe about 3 months, and they ripped, right? But it was at the end of the bull run. They ripped, they went crazy, and then they freaking tanked, and we went into a bear market, right? So that's why I tell you guys, we see a run towards the end of the year. 2025 hits, Bitcoin's making all-time highs again. It's going to stay around those areas, but we're seeing Bitcoin's dominance starts to decrease. You start seeing altcoins just start going parabolic, right? That's usually towards the end of the bull run. So now we're looking at probably, mid first quarter, maybe going into the second quarter of 2025. I'm thinking somewhere around there is where we're going to be topping out, and then we're probably going to be going into a bear market towards the end of 2025, and basically 2026 would probably, if it plays out kind of similar to what we just saw, 2026 is the year that we basically start accumulating again, right? And you start buying back in when all these things are just down and out, and do it all over again, people, right? But I definitely agree with this chart as far as you got to agree this is all facts right here, but what this person's saying in regards to what they think is going to happen coming in 2025, we still have altcoin season ahead of us. So this right here puts what's odd is that you see the fear and greed index is at 34, but what we covered is that fear and greed index is at 46 right now. Yeah, it's at 46, so I don't know what this is talking about. So this is pretty cool right here. Again, Crypto Rover. If you guys don't already, follow him on Twitter. This guy posts a lot of good charts. You know who else I see showing his charts is I Am George. The other day I was watching his stream, and he was going through what we're going through. I was like, damn, George. All right, I see you, bro. George is a big fan of the channel, so not surprised that he gets some of his content, you know. But George is probably like, I don't even know you, bro. You know, he is. He's a big fan of the channel. We're gonna do a collab here soon, so don't worry. ABK, what's going on? Said, do you think Milady can do 50x from this point before 2025? We'll come back to this chart. Let's pull up Milady real quick. You know, and really, it's not even looking at the chart. Let me pull up. I already know where the market cap is. It's like 60 million right now, I think. So I think really what, oh damn, it's at 58 million. This thing's dropped 57 million. So I think what we need to take in consideration. So you're asking, can basically when we get into the altcoin season, are we going to see a 50x from Milady, right? 50x from right now, if you 50 times the market cap, I believe. Let me do my math real quick. So what would a 10x be right now? A 10x would be 570 million, right? So if you do a 20x, that would be 5.7 billion. And then you're talking about a 20x is 5. A 20x is 5 billion? Yeah. Right? Am I going crazy here? Let me pull up a damn calculator. Let me find out. I'll get a calculator on here so we can all do it together, but let me do it here real quick. 57 million times 50. So it'd be, let me see. I have to put my phone sideways for it to tell me. Oh, damn. I'm sitting there doing my math wrong. So a 50x, this kind of gives me a little bit of hope here, bro. So a 50x, what do you guys think without using your calculator? What do you think of 50x? What's 50 times 57 million? What do you guys think? Just off the top of your head, what do you think it is? I think it's a lot less than what you think, right? 50x times 50 times 57 million. What do you think the market cap is? AVK said 7.5 billion. What do you guys think? Come on, throw it up real quick. I'm going to spill the answer if you don't. Come on, hurry up. What do you guys think? I'm going to tell you, I was fucking, excuse my language, I was going crazy. Ricky, you over here, I know you use your calculator, boy. Don't. Ricky. Jay, y'all coming too close. All right, so the total, Ricky's the closest. The total, if you do 50 times 57 million, is only 2.8 billion. 2.8 billion. And I say only because, guys, honestly, 2.8 billion for a meme coin that has hype behind it is small. Is very small, right? We've seen what PEPE, we've seen what BONK's done, we've seen what Dog with Hats done. We know what the OGs have done, like Dogecoin and Shiba. They've gone. Dogecoin went up to almost $80 billion. Right? Shiba went to $42 billion. A $2 billion market cap is not that far-fetched for a meme coin that has hype behind it, right? I emphasize on hype because we obviously would need to see massive hype get behind any kind of project for it to go up like that. Now, so for the answer, ABK was asking, do I think that Milady could do that in this next when we get into DeFi season? My God, yes. I do think that it can happen. I think that it's very, very possible, right? Because that would put it in my predictions of what I was saying initially for Milady, is that I think that Milady could get to a $2 to $10 billion market cap at the top of altcoin season, right? Given we get the hype, right? We get all just that, that euphoria back into Milady that we know was there, and it's going to come right back because Milady is still relatively a new meme coin, right? So I think that we easily could get up there, and I'm actually flabbergasted that I'm sitting here doing my math wrong, and I knew I was doing it wrong, right? That I was about to get up to like, whoa, no, 50x. I was about to be throwing out like, no, that's going to be like $40 billion. I don't know, bro. $2 billion for 50x? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's why we always talk about Milady, particularly on the channel, because I tell you guys, this project is trading on almost all the major platforms, right? We didn't get on Binance yet, but you better believe if the hype jumps back up, I always told you guys we need volume to stay consistent high. Binance will probably drop Milady on a listing for their exchange, right? I think that this has massive potential. I really do. And that kind of opens my eyes up again that I need to stop I need to stop BSing and start accumulating Milady again. Thank you for asking that question, bro. Yeah, Ricky said 10K will get you a $500,000 at 50x. Look at Ricky over here. He's about to have me go spend my whole bank account on Milady. You guarantee that, Ricky? Huh? You guarantee I can become a millionaire from that, bro? Bullish said I've been able to accumulate 30 billion so far. That's bro. And Bullish is over here saying I'm homeless, guy. My boy's got 30 billion over there, bigger bag than 90% of us. Nice, bro. I'm happy for you. So it sounds like you're just sacrificing right now until we hit big. You and Solo's not in today, but he has a story similar, bro, where he I don't think he sold his Milady, but he has like over 100 billion Milady. And he told me, he's like, bro, when we were rallying, he's like, I'm not gonna lie with you, bro. He's like, I literally have been eating ramen noodles for the last year. He's like, I cut out all my expenses. I haven't had a social life, which I was like, bro, you should go out and do some stuff here and there, bro. But he's like, nope. He's like, my eyes are on the prize, and I don't want to spend any extra money other than, having to survive and my investments. And I was like, you know what, bro? I hope it pays out, because that right there is like a story that you hear, of like someone doing, like becoming a millionaire. That's like a story, right? Like you would hear like on YouTube or something like that. Hey, you never know. We could be doing some Crypt No FUD Chronicles after you guys become millionaires. I better not see any one of you guys on another channel. We're gonna be doing live documentaries after you guys become millionaires, right? So, and don't try to charge me for the documentary, all right? 121 Aura said, yeah, yap. Yep. You like it, bro? I'm going to keep yapping. You keep watching, all right, bud? Make sure you hit that like button. Don't be in here commenting and not slapping that like. You got to slap the like for the yap. ABK said, so a lot more is possible. I hope I have diamond hands. I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. Let's go back to our Twitter space. So for this particular chart that we were talking about, let's see here. So what Crypto Rover was basically pointing out is that at 70K right now, there's over $10 billion worth of shorts that would get liquidated if we were to run up to 70K, right? Why is this a big thing? Because if we run up to 70K and you see $10 billion worth of shorts, that means that you basically, if you see $10 billion worth of shorts, that means that that $10 billion needs to be covered, which are going to be buys, right? Which usually would bring the markets up, just like the same thing that we saw the other day when there was a mass liquidation, and just within 24 hours, it was like it was $300 million in liquidations in just a 24-hour period. I won for one of them. That was on Monday of this past week that we just got out of. Got liquidated on my my long position, right? A lot of people got hit because we were anticipating, that Bitcoin was going to start rallying. All the charts were pointing towards the upside. Like I said, next time I see that, I'm going to just go against the grain, go against the stream, and I'm like, go against everything that I see. And I'm just going to be like, I'm going to end up shorting the market, right? Because if you shorted the market this past week, you did really well, right? So this right here is something to look forward to. If those long positions stay active and we can manage our way up to 70K, we could see, and if this is true and this was to happen, $10 billion worth of liquidations on shorts, we hit 70K, we could hit 70 and easily run up probably to 71, 72 $100,000 just off of those liquidations being covered and liquidated pretty much. So definitely could be a big thing right there. My boy Lark, the U.S. elections are just 68 days away. This was as of yesterday. And you can see, let's indicate what he has going on here. So we have November. This is the election for an election year. This is when we have our elections November the 6th. So white lines is us currently. Green was the last bull run, and then 2016 was the so we're going 4-year increments. I'm looking to see. So what he's basically pointing out of all this is, if you look at these these 3 time periods, right? You have right now, which is the white line. You have the green line, which was back in 2020. That was the 2020 election. And then you go in 2016, right? That was another election year. Look where they're all at right now. They're all literally around the same exact spot. And you can see after the fact, because we can only go off of 2020 and 2016, the white line hasn't played out yet, right? And you can see both of them looking pretty similar. Obviously not exact, but you can see both of them ended up running to make highs as far as for these election years. So what he's pointing out is basically we might see a nice run here setting up. You have November, right? And this would kind of play out what I've been talking about. You have November elections. We're towards the last end of the year. Remember, we were looking at the months, right? Anticipating that we're going to see green months for October, November, December, and that's exactly what we saw in 2020 and 2016. You can see, obviously, 2016 was a little bit different, a little bit more bumpier, but look at the run. Ended up being a higher run. And look at green. Same thing. This was back in 2020 when we saw 2021. We saw those all-time highs. So you can see they both ended up going not exactly exact, but very similar charts of them going on runs towards the end of the year, going into the next year, right? So we'll see how this plays out, but this is what I'm thinking. This is going to be, if we are going to run, it's most likely going to play out like that. Oh, nice. 121 says he's from Korea. What's up, brother? That's awesome. I'm always intrigued on just how technology has become, right? Like I'm over here in Florida in the United States, and you're all the way over in Korea. Isn't that crazy? I think that's awesome, bro. I hope everything's good over there in Korea, bro. Gina said, congratulations on your diamond box. The most I've got was 6 crow. What did I miss here? I feel like I missed something. J-Volt said, shit, I'm at 83 billion in Milady. Damn. Nice, bro. That's awesome. We had somebody during the in March, I think it was, when Milady like hit all-time highs. We had somebody come in here on the chat. Now, I don't know how true it was, but we had them come in here, and the guy claimed he had 1 trillion Milady. He literally was like, bro, I have 1 trillion Milady right now. He's like, I'm not even BSing you guys. And I was like, damn. I mean, I don't know how true it was, but we did the math at the time. It was like around $100,000. So I was like, I mean, 100K is a solid bag, obviously, but to have it in a meme coin, that's, I was like, damn, bro, I tip my hat if that's true, right? If it's true, right? Look at this. Look at this. Now think, this side right here is saying your money in the bank, and then on this side they're saying your money in crypto. Now remember, because we go through ups and downs, right? Look. That's so funny. Because it's so true, right? It's so true. But this is for most people. If you're able to catch these swings, like I try to point out here and there, if you're able to catch those swings, you can make money off that volatility. And that's what a lot of people end up mastering the charts. And that's what a lot of people do. Well, I say some people, most people, this is what their portfolios look like, right? Up, and down, up and down, up and down. And then they end up selling when they're down, right? Crypto Rover said Trump is the only one that can save Bitcoin. Can save this Bitcoin bull market. Uh-oh. That pretty much concludes our Twitter Spaces for today. I do enjoy Twitter Spaces. I really do. It's interesting. So let's read some articles. We'll jump back in the charts, and then that'll be it. So Bitcoin slips back to 58,000 and continued. Let's see here. Desultory action. I know I didn't pronounce that correctly, but next week could offer upside excitement. So it's been a rough August with the world's largest crypto set to close the month with a double-digit % loss. And what become a pattern over the past couple of weeks, Bitcoin is again trending lower during U.S. trading hours, the price sliding back to 58,000 just before noon on the East Coast. Currently at 58,200, Bitcoin is down just shy of 4% over the past 24 hours, outperforming the broader market gauge. CoinDesk's 20 index 5.6% decline. Ether, Chainlink, and Cardano are among the index constituents, dropping more than Bitcoin. Having the worst session is Solana with a 9% decline. A bit more than 24 hours from close of August, Bitcoin has tumbled more than 12% for the month, more than reversing what had been a strong July. Ether is now lower by 25%, and we're going to cover something with Ethereum here. We're going to jump right into this in a second. Lower than 25% for August, narrowing its year-to-date gain to just 7%. Solana is also off 25% for August and posting a 31% year-to-date advance. Buy Asia, sell the US. So those thinking there are familiarities to these lame price actions are not imagining things. Asia bids, America dumps. The cumulative return for Bitcoin during Asian trading hours over the past 2 weeks has been more than 5%, according to, I don't even know who the hell that is, while the crypto has posted a negative return during the US hours. So they're saying that the Asian market has been saving Bitcoin, and when we get into the American market, because you got to remember, while Asia's up, the West is sleeping, and vice versa, right? And we've been seeing that, and that's what I always tell you guys when we're having our evening streams. I'm like, we're down. I was like, let's see what the Asian market brings, and what they've been collecting is that the Asian market has actually been trending up. They've been doing a lot of buying our dips that we keep basically causing over here in America. So let's see here. Bulls at this point might have a hard time imagining if there is anything at all that might shake up the poor action. It could get exciting when the U.S. returns from Labor Day holiday, which is this weekend. However, as the new wave of economic reports might alter the macro picture. Headlining the data next week will be Friday, September the 6th, for non-farm payroll report for August. The July job reports was a weak one and likely was the final straw forcing the Fed's hand and promising a September rate cut. Currently, however, the market expectations are for only a meek 25 basis point cut in mid-September. A second consecutive weak jobs print, though, might have investors quickly pricing in a 50 basis point move by the central bank, delivering a strong positive jolt to risk markets, Bitcoin among them. So what they're basically saying is that we got the unemployment, right, a few weeks back, however long it's been, it was, solid 4.3%. Now we have the the JOLTS report. So they're basically indicating right now that, and we can pull this up, that majority of the market right now is pricing in about 0.25% reduction in interest rates right here in the States. But they're saying that some of this macro news that could be coming out on Friday, this Friday coming up, could further intensify basically indicating that the Feds might have to go a lot stronger than what a lot of people are anticipating, right? A lot of people right now are anticipating just that, that real small reduction, 0.25, deduction or ease in interest rates. But after these numbers come out this week, it could be more evidence that the Feds might have to actually put the pedal to the metal on reducing interest rates, and we might see this 0.5%. So right now you can see 70% of the market has to about 0.25% to 0.5% right now, right? And then you have 30% saying no, it's going to be about 0.5%, possibly 0.75. I'm indicating that if we see Friday the numbers steer towards basically following the job reports, right? And we see that it gives the Feds a little bit more confidence that they can actually reduce rates a little bit more each increment. We might see this shift over to maybe like close to a 50-50, where 50% of the market's saying, I think we're still going to do quarter, and the other 50% saying, no, we're going to do probably 0.5%. So we'll see how this plays out. And guys, that September Fed meeting is not far away. It's less than 3 weeks away. We have 18 days as of now, right? 18 days as of now. So it's going to be on our doorsteps here in the next week or two. It's going to be, a lot of people are going to be talking about this, right? Obviously, we've been covering this for a very long time. So we'll see how this plays out. But from what it looks like with the macro numbers, we could just be getting more gas to be putting onto the fire, which the fires under Jerome Powell's butt, basically telling him, listen, don't half step this. We need to do 0.5% or more each time. So 0.5% now, December, another 0.5%. So we'll see how this plays out. Ricky said, Crip, give me 100x coin. NFK, bro. NFK all the way. Look, Troy said, Ricky, it's NFK. Potential 100x. Ricky, you were going to get that, bro. Of course, exactly, buddy. Of course. Now, Ricky, other than NFK, bro, I know you told me you were a little sour about it. But I don't know about 100x, but a big move, I think it's going to be coming from ordinals, bro. I'm thinking it's going to be coming from ordinals. That's what I've been, putting my chips in. I think that's going to be a solid. I'm not going to say 100x, right? Because the market cap is at about half a billion right now. But we could easily see a nice 25 plus X on ordinals, if not more. So he said that's a 10x for sure. 10? I don't know, bro. I'm thinking that could be an easy 20, 25x, in my opinion, obviously, right? In my opinion. So Vitalik dispels sell-off allegations, says he's donating, right? So a lot of people have been watching Vitalik's wallet, and they've been seeing a lot of outflows coming from his wallet via Ethereum, selling off. So they're like, what the hell is going on? So they're basically accusing Vitalik of selling off big amounts of Ethereum. And he's claiming that he's doing this because he's actually funding a lot of charity organizations, which, to come to his defense, he does do a lot of charity, guys. He does. Have you guys heard of a lot of these projects? A lot of meme coins would drop the meme coin, right? And they would donate half the circulation supply to Vitalik. And what he would do is he would literally donate anything that he would get, he would donate, right, to charities. So he is known to do this stuff. Is he doing this right now? I mean, I don't think anyone's really going to know unless he shows any kind of paperwork or something like that. So Vitalik, the Ethereum co-founder, clapped back at his critics Saturday, clarifying whether he sold any of his Ethereum he had acquired since 2018. So all sales have been to support various projects that I think are valuable, either within the Ethereum ecosystem or broader charity. So he cited biomedical research and development as an example. So he's basically showing off that this post was basically calling him out, but he's claiming that he's pretty much using a lot of his a lot of these sell-offs for charity. And is this the reason why Ethereum particularly has been hit a little bit worse than, a lot of other projects? I personally pointed towards the ETFs, right? We've seen a lot of outflows with ETFs for Ethereum since it dropped, and I told you guys when the ETFs dropped, I said it's going to get bumpy for Ethereum just because what we saw with Bitcoin, right? We saw with Bitcoin, it was very turbulent, right? But then eventually picked up. And started to become a plus for Bitcoin for the most part. It's been a lot slower for Ethereum, but we're still kind of in that phase where you're seeing a lot of outflows, right? We saw it with Grayscale. Same thing we saw Grayscale causing a lot of outflows for Bitcoin when ETF dropped. They're doing the same thing for Ethereum's ETF, right? So I always cannot pronounce his last name. Is it Buterin? Buterin recently transferred 800 Ethereum, approximately 2 million, to a multi-sig wallet, which I can never say this word either. Subsequently swapped 190 Ethereum for 477,000 USD coin, a stablecoin pegged to the US dollar. This activity, let's see here. I'm gonna just say this activity sparked the interest of those and the crypto community. Some assumed Buterin was dumping his Ethereum. This was the second major transfer from Buterin's wallet in August. 3,000 Ethereum worth 8 million at the time were moved just weeks before on August the 9th to the same multi-sig wallet. I think, honestly, I'm going to put a pause here. I think that if he honestly is trying to, really sell off for himself, he probably would do it a little differently, right? In my opinion. I think, honestly, when you're running a project, especially a freaking project like Ethereum, I don't know how much he's taken out for himself, but I think he's entitled to take profits, right? I don't think if you look at this $8 million, compared to a project that's worth hundreds of billions of dollars, that $8 million is not going to do anything, right? It's not going to do anything. It shouldn't discourage anybody, because he's selling off, small increments compared to, what the market cap's worth, right? And I think he's entitled to take profits, right? So Buterin clarified that none of his Ethereum have been sold for personal profits. Okay, well, there you go. So also, when Ethereum from his wallet appears on exchanges, it's not him selling, but recipients of his donations, he adds. So Buterin holds roughly 90% of his net worth in Ethereum, underscoring his commitment to the digital asset as a store of value. Buterin's claims about supporting various projects aren't unfounded. Crypto.news reported that the 30-year-old entrepreneur donated 199 Ethereum, roughly 500,000, to Ethos, a mobile operating system based on Ethereum's blockchain. Buterin has offloaded over $85,200 million from his wallets in the past 3 years, according to Look On Chain. One observer is disputing the figure. Damn, my boy, think about that, guys. He's only 30 years old, right? And he's in the last 3 years, he's offloaded $200 million. Bro, that's insane. My boy, if you guys ever saw any interviews with him, he's like, you could just tell that his brain's operating at like warp speed, right? When he's like trying to talk and stuff like that, you can see that he's a very smart guy. Ricky said he's going to drop a 100x gem in the Discord, guys. He says he's going to drop it in the Discord, so be ready. Be ready. My boy's going to drop the sauce in the Discord, so let's see. Ricky, when you drop it in the Discord, tag me. Sometimes I get back and there's like 70 messages. I'm like, oh, crap. I got to read through all this. Oh, real quick, guys. Shout out to Gina. Gina officially has become a mod in the Discord. Gina officially has become a mod. So make sure you guys are acting proper, because Gina she said she's rolling with an iron fist. All right. And I'm not getting in between it all. So if there's a dispute, you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna be like, all right, Gina, whatever you want. No, she's gonna be in there just because we want to make sure. Obviously, we want to open up the gates again for Discord. We want to bring in more people into the Discord. I don't really care. We have hundreds of people already in there. But if people want to join from the channel into the Discord, because we have new people joining the channel every day, I want them to be able to join. We had the gates closed because we had a lot of people that we had to remove, right, in the last few months, and they were making, fake accounts and coming back in, and they were messaging people, right? That's the thing I want you guys to just be careful. If someone's instant messaging you on Discord, be very wary, right? Why are they just randomly instant messaging you? It's a little odd, right? Now, people do that, obviously, because we're all friends, but it's just a little odd. Someone joins the chat and then they start instant messaging you. Be very cautious, all right? And if that does happen, bring it to my attention, right? Just so I can look into it and I can let you know if it's legit or if it's somebody, maybe doing some malicious stuff. So we are going to continue to open up the gates for Discord, and I encourage anybody that's not in there to come join us, right? Have good intentions. It's a fun spot that we can talk crypto 24/7, right? We try not to be we keep it drama free, right? Everybody's freedom of speech, as long as you're not spreading lies or you're not attacking anybody. That's all I ask, right? So shout out to Gina. She is a mod. She's going to be definitely looking out for the Discord, and I will be promoting a few other people to be Discord mods as well. So right, because I just want to make sure that if I'm not in there, that there's somebody's there to look out for everybody. So yep, Jay said we post plays too. We do. We were the first Discord to drop call. I can officially say that. We were the first Discord to drop call. The day that call dropped, right? At $400,000 market cap. We were the first to drop call. The top of call's market went up to $110 million. So if you were in the Discord and you jumped in on that play, that was a massive play right there. That's just one of plenty that we've dropped in the Discord. So make sure, if you guys are interested, I will drop the link. I'm going to drop it right now. This link's only going to be active for the next few hours if you guys want to join. Let me drop it on you guys real quick. Don't forget, tomorrow, guys, we are going to have our members only stream as well. What is going on here? There's the Discord. I'll pin it on the top. Like I said, this is only going to be active for a very short amount of time. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys come join the Discord. Come join the fam. Gina said, why is everybody saying congratulations to me? Pin message. Because, Gina, you are official mod in the Discord, girl. And we appreciate everything you do. We really do. Gina's like the mom of the squad. So if she could, I'm sure she'd bake everybody cookies. All right, so let's just do a recap. So as far as Bitcoin for right now, obviously we are just basically chopping to the side. We're sitting under that 59,000 right now. We're sitting at 58,900. I'm not really expecting much of a run. We have a holiday for this on Monday, Labor Day. I hope you guys have a great Labor Day as well and be safe out there. So the traditional markets will be closed, right? They're going to be closed. So usually when we see this, a lot of times it's pretty much a low volume event, right? So today, tomorrow, Monday, I'm expecting low volume, probably not too much of price action we most likely will sit around where we're at for the most part, right? Sometimes we will see these holidays pop up and we'll start seeing some movement towards the up or downside. I'm anticipating most likely just a dull, low volume next few days. So we'll see how it plays out, obviously, for that. But hopefully, like we covered on on an article, particularly for this week, we can see some good movement, right? We have some big things coming as far as macro news and stuff like that for this week. So I'll find out. Friday comes out 12:30 Universal Time. I have to see. I think that's later on. If we do have any macro news numbers dropping in the morning, we'll have some morning streams during the weekday. So, but other than that, we'll have our normal evening streams. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys like this video. Members, I will see you guys tomorrow for members only stream on Sunday. We will have another. We will have an early stream on Monday. I said tomorrow's Sunday. We'll have a members only Sunday stream. Monday we'll have just a traditional stream like we did today. So other than that, guys, thank you guys so much. Be safe out there, guys. If you guys are enjoying Labor Day, shout out to everybody that works, grinds, pay your taxes. This is what it's all about, right? You guys be safe out there. Thank you so much, guys. Rodney, right back at you. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys have a great day. Have a wonderful Saturday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys every day. Hit me up in the Discord if you need anything. All right, guys?